Hey everybody, Zach Fernandez92 here with a very special video. I'm going to try to keep this as quick as possible because I have important plans with family today. But this is going to be my entire... I got so much fuzzies on me. The entire VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray collections I have. Either movies, TV shows, stuff like that. First off, I'm going to show you Bible Man Defeating the Shadow of Doubt. This is the copy I've had since I was younger. This has an old label on it I'm not going to show, but I'll show you the newer one that's in better condition than this one. And we got Silencing the Gossip Queen. Bible Man was one of my favorite shows as a kid. Heaven's Gates and... yeah, this had someone's old name on it, so I just don't really want to show that. Heaven's Gates and... wait, is this upside down? No. Yeah, there we go. It's reversed on my side, but it's reversed. Then we got VeggieTales, the Toy Who Saved Christmas. This is the VHS copy that we've recently gotten. I'd say sometime like last year. We watched this a lot when I was a kid, and I'm not sure whatever happened to our old one. But let's see, what else is next? We got Larry Boy. The Cartoon Adventures, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. This was a spin-off title from the creators of VeggieTales. It was pretty neat. I really liked the theme song the most of all. Oops, upside down. There we are. Nice. Then we also got no sleeve for this one, but Tommy's Treehouse, signed by the actual person who played Tommy in this special. He was a really hilarious Christian man. I actually seen him live. That's how we even got to this autographed by him. If you ever seen him, I definitely recommend seeing it. And then we got Good Burger, one of my favorite films by Nickelodeon. And I really wish I could get a DVD copy of this. I know it's not too expensive online, so I almost dropped it. I'm going to have to find one and unbox it on my channel. Alright, then we got our original Shrek film on VHS. Our old copy, as you can tell, is kind of torn. We've had this since I think it was new. And here's the actual VHS tape. This, the reason why that thing on the side is ripped like this is because when I was little I thought there would be something hidden inside there. It's just to make the case really big. It's a really classic film. I really love Shrek in all the films. Next up, Batman Returns. Found this at Goodwill for 50 cents this year. I haven't really watched it since I got it, mainly because I kind of forget about it. I mean, it was 50 cents and I haven't seen this movie in ages. But I do like the Batman films. This one's a pretty heavy VHS copy. Probably because it's a really long film. And then we got Beauty and the Beast, the cartoon. Not that terrible reboot. That's... ugh, I don't even want to talk about that new movie reboot. Yikes. Let's see. We got the back of it. And then we got, let's see. On the inside, we have that, looks like that little Walt Disney sign that was stuck on the outside of it. They put it on the inside for some reason after they opened it. Got this at Goodwill for 50 cents as well. I'd like to go Goodwill shopping for some old VHS tapes. Okay, next up, found this at Goodwill as well for 50 cents. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. This is a movie that I loved as a kid, and I still really like it. I like all three films. I'd say my favorite's either this one or the third film. The second one, Honey Blew Up the Kid, was not too bad. It just wasn't as good as the first or the third. This one's actually, instead of going horizontally, it goes vertically. It's kind of a... yeah, it had some tape on there I think I took off because it belonged to someone else. It was used. You can tell by the coloring has been turned yellow. Oh, so there we go. Oh wait, is it this way? Man, I'm really just not able to get that turned the way I want it. Now this is a lie. This specific item. I found this at Goodwill for 50 cents. I thought it was the movie. I should have looked before I bought it. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's supposed to be the original film with that really nice popped out cover art. But when I got it home, I read this. Taking off the name on the bottom. This is the TV show from the 80s. Not the movie, but it still is awesome to actually see or own at least the sleeve. I'll have to hunt down the VHS copy of this later on. And then probably its third film as well. I have the second one. Anyway, next up is Zoids. The Coliseum Battle. I loved this Zoid series. Zoids, what was it? The original Zoids, which is what, New Century? Or no, New Century is the one with BitCloud, I think. BitCloud is the one is my favorite series. What was that first one then? With the blue liger and the white dinosaur that jumped inside it to give it power. Don't remember that one's called, but it was another great Zoid series. Then on the inside, it comes with this little promotional piece, and it looks really nice. Then here's the actual tape. Kind of surprised of how plain this is. But I do like the sleeve and the little item that it comes with. Funny thing is, the Zoid shows, at least the one that I liked a lot, it only had like 26 episodes. This has 4 of them. But I need to get the whole set sometime. Not sure if they have it on VHS or on DVD, but anyway. Next up, Spy Kids. The original Spy Kids. This is, I can't remember if this is our, I think this is our original one. I have 2 copies by accident. I bought one at Goodwill and thinking I didn't have it still, or at least it didn't work, and I found out that I did. So we'll spend 50 cents on another copy. Can't remember if this is our original one though. Spy Kids is a classic. Really, really like Spy Kids. Spy Kids 2 was probably the better movie, but it's hard to argue because there's 4 films now, and 4 is probably my least favorites. No. Yeah, 4 is my least favorite, but it is still a good film. It's just not nearly as good as the original Spy Kids and Spy Kids 2. All right, put that one aside. Those guys away over there. Then we got Stuart Little. This is our original VHS copy that we had growing up. I watched this a ton as a kid. I loved the first film, and I think the second one was a lot better. The third film was terrible. When I first seen the trailers of it when it was coming out, I was like, oh, this is a new Stuart Little film. I was like, oh, it's animated. It's not actually live action, which is a very disappointing feature because I really liked the live action sequences. I mean, this whole film was pretty much all live action with some CG characters. Pretty much what I was trying to say. And then its VHS tape looks like this, and there we go. It's kind of out of focus, but it's kind of like a really like blue and white color. And the inside's still in pretty good shape, kind of surprised. All of our old VHS tapes are usually in beaten up shape. And next up is, maybe I should go with this one first, would be Star Wars A New Hope. I found this for 50 cents at Goodwill. Was not brand new, but it's Star Wars. I also have these on Blu-ray, so I just want to get these for collecting purposes. I might watch them eventually, just because I've seen them already on Blu-ray. I've heard this is the uncut original version. That's what I at least heard anyway. I'm not sure if that's true. Because I know that George Lucas did edit a lot of the original films. Alright, next up. For some reason they only had 2 Star Wars films at Goodwill that time. And I was able to find that one and Return of the Jedi, which is actually one of my favorite Star Wars films. This one and Episode 8 are my favorite Star Wars films of all time. I'm not sure, 8 would be pretty hard to beat, so 9 is going to be interesting to see when it comes out. This is a classic, and this one was always my favorite. I really like the Ewoks. I just really like this film in general. It was really good. It was amazing. Alright, next up, and it's still brand new. I found this a couple years ago at Goodwill as well. It's a brand new copy of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. As you can see, it's still shrink wrapped. I got for 50 cents. It's not really worth much on eBay. It's like 15 bucks brand new, because it's not, you know, a popular Star Wars film. But I still have it. Factory sealed from when I bought it at Goodwill. See, it's like all taped up, and it's really nice. Next up, Space Jam. This is the VHS copy I grabbed at Goodwill a couple years back. And then here is the tape. Space Jam. And then this collectible coin that came with it. Of Michael Jordan, Bugs, Tweety, and is it Taz? Yeah, Tasmanian Devil, and then the Space Jam logo. And on the other side are the monsters. Let's see, is it upside down? No. Okay. This is the monsters from it, the film as well. It's a really nice collectible. Goodwill always can have some really good finds if you find them. Next up, The Emperor's New Groove. A very fantastic film, and I do like the sequel a little bit more. Just a little bit. But Kronk's New Groove is really good. The Emperor's New Groove, this film is such a classic. Love this movie. Here's its tape. And that's all it comes with in that one. Next up is a movie that I grew up with as well. And I actually unboxed this on my channel because I found it factory sealed. It's for Big Fat Liar. This film came out in the, early 2000s? 2002. And starring Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes. Why am I forgetting her name? I watched her on the Amanda Show. Not sure why I forgot. But this film is a classic. I seen that they made like a remake of it, and it looks pretty awful. Honestly, I don't want to see it at all. Anyway, on the inside, some type of like ticket or token or some kind or discount on something. The inside of it's all black. And here's the tape. Alright. Oh, there we go. Next up is a movie that I originally loved as a kid, and I rewatched it recently, and I didn't think it was as good as I remember it, but it's still an okay movie. It's going to be for Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. This is a copy I got at Goodwill. I used to have this on VHS years ago, but I lost that one. This one's in okay condition. It's not like the best, but it's still a really decent movie. Maybe I like that they had Tim Allen starring as Buzz in this. It's really nice that he reappeared just for this special, because in the TV show that they had someone else acting as Buzz. Here's the tape. Alright. I really like the holographic cover. And a movie that I got a couple years ago, and I haven't even watched it since I bought it. I need to start watching them. Is a movie that I also loved as a kid. I'm not sure which one I preferred, 1 or 2. But this is Inspector Gadget. This came out in 2000 and... doesn't say. I'm going to say 2001 to 2002, if I had to guess. Or probably really late 90s. But this is a really classic film. Really liked both this one and its sequel, but I think they had a different actor who played Inspector Gadget in the first and second film. At least to my knowledge, my memory, which my memory's not great, so. This is the tape of it. Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Inspector Gadget. Do do do. Do do do. Let's see. I got so many movies. A little too much of them, to be honest. Next up is a classic. This is the one that we grew up with. This is, well, that we've owned since I was a kid, and I loved both this one and the original film. It's going to be for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version. I love both the cartoon and this one, but this one, it was just so amazing. Perfectly casted, absolutely hilarious. Just a pure delight. I just love this film. And on the inside, it's a pure green color for the Grinch. I'm going to try to clear out the words on the top because it was written on, but really, really love this film. Watch it a lot. I watch it a lot. Next up is going to be a classic, Rugrats Christmas. And it's comes with 3 episodes on it. And one of them is Babies and Toyland, which you've seen the unboxing for that DVD, which had that episode in it recently. But I have also on VHS, it's our original copy of this. And watching all the ads for this makes me feel so old. Here's the spines. And then the cover. Or the cartridge. The tape. Alright. There we go. Next up. Wait. Oh, guess I had 2 of those. Okay. Anyway. The Bible Man Show. Big book. I think this is one of the original Bible Man specials that they released. Bible Man back at this point was always like a musical with some story plot in it. But then they changed it to where it's more like an action-oriented, closer to like an Power Ranger-ish like show. And this next one is going to be the same one that you've seen already, just because that's our original one that we had, and this is the one I got from Goodwill. Bible Man, Silencing the Gossip Queen, since I'm not going to really show you too much because you've already seen it on this list. But this is the one I got for 50 cents at Goodwill. This is one I actually don't remember ever owning, but I have seen it before I even bought it. It is Bible Man, The 6 Lies of the Fiddler. This is where his costume started to get a little bit more of a change and went to more of like a really cool style Bible Man. Let's see if I can get this a little bit in focus. The orange is kind of hard to get it going. Alright. I'm actually getting in. There we go. Now this is also one I've already showed, but this is the better condition one. It's Bible Man Defeating the Shadow of Doubts in much better condition than my old. And this one actually works just perfectly. No issues, honestly, that I can remember. So I recently did rewatch it. Here's the tape. Next up is one that was given to me actually by one of my old school teachers when I was in elementary school. And she knew I was a big Bible Man fan, and so she got me one of my personal favorites, not just because she bought it, because it's actually absolutely an amazing little episode. The Fiendish Works of Dr. Fear. This is one of my favorites, and I really like how Bible Man looks like he's Batman in that kind of pose. And this is where his costume did a big change in design. Bible Man changed a lot for his costumes throughout the series. I'm not sure if I actually wrote that or someone else did, but says Zach only on it. Then this one is Bible Man Conquering the Wrath of Rage. I'm going to have to cover it because it has someone's written name on it. This was also ours that we grew up with. It was one of my, I think it was my brother's. But he didn't care for Bible Man after a little while. And I think he didn't care for it, so I just kind of put it in the collection. Anyway, I know I have a lot of this, but Bible Man, Lead Us Not Into Temptation. This one was a pretty good special. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely good. I think this was when Bible Girls introduced, I think. But her actress changed pretty quickly. I'm not sure if she just quit or if she was fired or what happened. But this is also another design change. And I really liked how the armor of God looked like in this. Let's see, here we go. It's really nice. The label on here is kind of faded a little bit. We've had this one for years as well. Next up, Bible Man, Jesus Our Savior, Part 1. Close to the ending of where Miles Peterson became a non-Christian, which is very sad. Or whoever, Willie Ames, his real name. But this was an amazing special, this one in Part 2. Bible Girl is changed on here. She's a different actress. Oh, there we go. Alright. Next up would be Jesus Our Savior Part 2. It's honestly the exact same back. And the tape looks quite a bit different from the other. There was one other Bible Man tape with Willie Ames after this, but I don't have it. So that won't be in this video. And another classic, I'm not sure if this is our original, but I think it is. Dr. Dolittle. Eddie Murphy. This was the only Dr. Dolittle movie that I cared for. I did see a couple sequels of them, and it wasn't nearly as good. First one was really, really good. Another classic. Let's see. Alright. I forgot about this. Not sure if I want to show it. SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom Bash. Kind of surprised it didn't turn you up. They didn't have a yellow coloring for it when it was released because of the color of, SpongeBob. Now to a better movie. Monsters Inc. This is our original Monsters Inc. that we had as a kid. Well, as a group, as a family. Can't talk. Here's the side. The back. It also had a really nice blue tape. Really neat. And then on the inside, it has all the characters. And their signatures, they're fake signatures, technically. Alright, I think that might be it for... Oh, no, there's still more VHS tapes. I know some people don't really care for VHS tapes, but some people do. Including me. Let's see. There we go. Aladdin. Found this at Goodwill for 50 cents as well. Same with the next, few. Let's see. There's the spine, the front, and here's the back. I also do have this on DVD and Blu-ray. But it's always good to have a VHS copy of Aladdin. One of my favorite films from the 90s for sure. And then The Return of Jafar. It's not even called Aladdin, it's just called The Return of Jafar, but it is a sequel to Aladdin. And I believe from what Nostalgia Critic says that this is just a big pilot episode for the TV show. I could definitely see the animation quality isn't that nice, but I do like the movie. It also still has that old Walt Disney Home Video tag, tape sticker on it. But yeah, this is nice. And here's its tape. It's really kind of pointless to show the sides. Oh, what's this? Maybe I shouldn't show that. It shows a date, a location, and I don't know for sure if they would want me to show a location to an old building. Anyway, here we go with probably one of the better. I don't know. The original's still my favorite, but the other two aren't not that bad. I don't know. I like, but also don't like this film at the same time. I like and don't like Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Robin Williams is back as the genie. This is a good film, but it's just not my personal favorite of the three. Alright, it's kind of a beaten up case. I found it like that though. So I can't really argue on that. Here's the tape. Alright, and this is our replacement version of this movie. The original one is now in our hall closet. So this is the Toy Story VHS copy that we own. Our original one is still in our closet. It's collecting dust and it's really old. It doesn't work that well. I watched it countless times. I think I've ruined the tape. But yeah, Toy Story is one of my all-time favorite Pixar films. And here is the tape for Toy Story. Kind of surprised they don't put... Oh, there's Pixar. I didn't see it. It's kind of small. Anyway, next up. The better of the three films. I love all three films, but Toy Story 2 has always had a special spot in my heart. It's my favorite of the Toy Story trilogy. I know a lot of people like to say that about Toy Story 2, how it's the best, and I do agree, but there are still a lot of great things from the original Toy Story, and especially Toy Story 3. Let's see. The inside of this case, when I bought it, I was like, wow, it's in like mint condition. I need to rewind it, but Toy Story 2. Ooh, now we're getting to the good stuff. One of my favorite films of all time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. This was my personal favorite of all the classic Ninja Turtle films. When I found this at Goodwill for 50 cents, I had to buy that in a heartbeat. I already have it on DVD, but I had to get it on VHS. I just had to. This film is just a fantastic film. I don't know I'm not really good at describing how good things can be. And I just love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Alright, and I found this at Goodwill for 50 cents as well. Pokemon Thundershock. Comes with a couple episodes. I think it's only like three episodes. Has Pikachu, Raichu, Lieutenant Surge, and Ash on the front. And then here's the spine. Then here's the back with the description. The episodes lists are in white. Let's see if I can get that into view for you guys. Hopefully. There's Krabby. Oh, this video's been doing this for years. Anyway, Pokemon Thundershock. The actual the cartridge, no, the tape. VCR tape, VHS tape. Can't talk. You've already seen the unboxing for this, but I still like to show it. It's going to be for Pokemon, the first movie. This was given to me by an eBay seller. I'll explain what happened, but long story short, he gave it to me for free because of what happened with the shipping of this. But I still do have the brand new Mewtwo card, or cards, plural, because for some reason, I'm not sure if this was normal or not, but mine came with 2 Mewtwo promo cards, I'm pretty sure. I didn't open them to see if they are both Mewtwo, but I'm pretty sure they both are. But anyway, here is the little advertisement that came with it. And then the 2 promo cards are still shrink wrapped, and I haven't opened them, so I don't know for sure if they're both Mewtwo. And then here's the tape. Yeah, when I got that, when I opened it, I was just in such a big shock that I was able to see that it came with 2. Anyway, here we go. Pokemon the Movie 2000. With Lugia, Moltres, and Articuno, and Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres on the cover. And there's Ash standing on the world with the Pokeball upside down, looks like. Here's the spine. Here's the back. I'm only going to open the VHS copies. I'm not going to open any of the DVDs just because of time. I need to get this thing done as soon as possible. Here we go with the next one. Pokemon the Movie 3. With Entei, Charizard, and Ash on a cover, and the Unknown. What, that spell Entei. What's always good about the VHS copies is that they always come with the Pikachu shorts. So it's always good to find these versions of it, since the DVDs and the Blu-ray versions usually don't unless you find an original version of the DVD. Here's the tape. When it wants to focus, there we go. Here's our original, the Santa Claus. Love the Santa Claus trilogy. 2 is always going to be my favorite, like I've said hundreds of times now. But this is our original one that we grew up with. Still has the Walt Disney sign on it. And still classic to this day. And we also have our original, the Santa Claus 2. On VHS. So you can sit up. There we go. Gonna block out the name on top. Then here's the tape. We had this since I was a kid and it still runs just fine. Last time I watched it. I pretty much watch the DVD version now, so I don't really bother with the VHS tape that much anymore unless I want to feel nostalgic. Here we go with another classic that we've had since we were kids. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. This is in its original casing too. I'm not sure if it's an original copy of the movie, but yeah, there we go. With the side view. And the tape. Alright, Rugrats in Paris. Rugrats the movie original. This is the one that we grew up with. This is our original copy. Tommy, Angelica, Chucky, the rest of the gang. Rugrats the movie. Or just the Rugrats movie. Here we go with my personal favorite Rugrats film, Rugrats in Paris the movie. For some reason we lost our cover for this, or sleeve. I'm not sure if it was one of those jewel cases or if it was like a sleeve. I can't remember. But this is the one that we grew up with. Oh boy, this is going to be a long, long video, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. So far my camera hasn't said anything. Oh, had to move these things over to the side. Now we're going to get to the more of the modern side. Semi-modern, if you want to call that. Okay, which one's first? Let's see. How about you? Here we go. Tim Hawkins, that's the... Oh wait, just about enough. Got this for Christmas last year, and I still absolutely think he's hilarious. Some minor things that he's done in this specific one I'm not a fan of, but there's still a lot of about him that I think he's hilarious. It's the only one I opened because it's an open one, not like a shut DVD. Next up, The Perfect Stranger and Another Perfect Stranger. These films are really, really good. I highly, highly recommend seeing them if you have not. Oh yeah, I can't do that. I keep forgetting I need to stop doing that right now because I don't have time. Next up is another really good movie, Clancy. This movie came out in, I think it was like 2007 or 9? 2009, I guess. Thought it was 2007 or 8. But this film is really, really sad and really just so good. I like its alternate ending better than its original. But still a really good film. Next up, Mom's Night Out. This film is hilarious, along with a good message. No, it's not like a full, like, how can I say it? It's not like a full-on Christian film. It's a great family film, but it also does have some Christian messages about Jesus and how he loves us. Next up, VeggieTales, The Toy Who Saved Christmas. The DVD edition that I just recently purchased and have unboxed. Not going to open it to show you, but I do have it. Anyway, next up is the last Bible Man I actually ever got. And brand new in a store, or was ordered. This is A Fight for Faith, when he was replaced by a different actor because he left God, which is very, very sad. Hope he finds his way back to Jesus soon. But yes, this was the last time I watched Bible Man, and from there on, it was a little bit weird after this. I mean, this was a good movie, a really good one. But after they changed how Bible Man looked after this, I didn't like it. So, there we go. And then next up, maybe I should put, okay, Left Behind. Got this at my local game store used for a couple $. Okay, the sun's kind of like blaring right into my face, and I'm sorry about that. Here's the back. It's really, really, really good film. I don't have all three, but I do have 2 of them. I have its sequel, Left Behind 2, Tribulation Force. Very great films talking about what will happen at the end of times when Jesus came back and takes us to heaven, us believers who truly love Jesus. Okay, next up, What If? A fantastic film. It's another Christian film, but it's definitely worth watching. And there's also Debbie Bryan. Kind of surprising. I know that she used to be a Christian, but I don't think she is anymore. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like she loves Jesus as much as she used to. Great film, though. Such a great film. Next up is one of my favorites, The Perfect Gift. I've unboxed this years ago and absolutely adore this film. Fantastic film. Next up, Do You Believe? I've unboxed this a couple years ago too when I got it for Christmas. I think it was a couple years ago, 2015, somewhere around that time. But this film is amazing. You can find it now at your local Walmart or whatever it is for like $5. I think I got it when it was still more expensive. And here's a film that's not very known, but it's a very good film, and it also has a sequel that I don't own. The Encounter. Not sure if I ever unboxed this on my channel, but I think I got this brand new. But it's an amazing film. It's not my favorite, but it is a really great film. Next up, Flywheel. This was given to me by my uncle before he has passed away, and it's a very great film from the creators of Facing the Giants, Courageous, and Fireproof, and War Room. This is their first film. Definitely good. It's not as good as the others, but it is great. Here we go. Next, Facing the Giants is a film that came out in the early was it early? Oh, never mind. It's like mid 2000s, like 2007. Still a great film, and I still haven't seen it in a while. Well, it's starting to get into the red. I need to speed this up more. Next up, Fireproof. I think this is our original copy of this movie too that we grew up with watching, and I definitely recommend it. Next up, Courageous. Another fantastic film. You can find that for only a few dollars as well. Next up is War Room, their last film that they have made so far. Another good film. Gonna have to try to speed this up more. I'm only getting close to half, and it's already 40-something minutes long. I think I do a smaller collection. The Bible. This was a gift given to me by my mom, and I haven't watched it that much. I've seen most of it already, so I haven't had the urge to watch it yet in a long time. Next up, one of my favorite films of all time, The Passion of the Christ. Fantastic film. This is our original copy as well. We've had that since it was new. Okay. Good. I'm gonna have to speed this up a little bit more, guys. Next up, Rugrats, A Decade in Diapers. Or Decade in Diapers. Either way. It's a nice little collection of episodes. Next, Rugrats Season 1. Amazing series, like always. Season 2, Rugrats. I have unboxed these on my channel if you ever wanted to watch it. Next up, Rugrats, the movie trilogy collection. Comes with all 3 major films. Anyway, sorry about that. Rugrats, the trilogy movie collection. Next up, Bah Humduck, which is a film I found at my local game store for only a few dollars. Next up, The Polar Express. I've unboxed both of my films, unless I found them used. Next up is Arthur Christmas, another classic. Next, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I wanted to unbox this, but I found this used, and I didn't think that my store locally would actually get it brand new again, and they did. After I found out, I bought it, so can unbox that. Next up, Nicktoons Christmas. This is a recent unboxing too for it. After that, Nick Picks Holiday. Pretty much just a Christmas collection. Not sure why they just had to put this weird name for it. Next, Home Alone Original. It's not as good as Home Alone 3, personally to me, but Home Alone is Home Alone, so. After that, Home Alone 3, my personal favorite. Pretty sure I unboxed that one as well. Next, Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way is a hilarious movie. I just really, really like this film, and for some reason it has a lot of hate. I have already shown this on VHS copy, but here is the DVD copy of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version. Found this one at my local game store used about a year or two ago. No, about 2 years ago, I think. Next up is a classic that I can't believe I just now recently got. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Fantastic film. Really corny, but it's absolutely hilarious to watch. Another good classic will be this, Elf. This is my most recent Movie Memories Monday. Next up is something I wish had a full-length feature film, but it does not. It is Prep and Landing 1 and 2. The two specials, that is. Alright. Next up, Ernest Wacky Adventures. Alright, so there. These are pretty much just him advertising a lot of like old commercials back in the 70s and 80s. Your World As I See It, Ernest's Greatest Hits 1 and 2, which is pretty much like behind the scenes, like mini episodes, and then these commercial skits that he did for sodas and chips and pizza and all that. Next up is Ernest Saves Christmas, which is my personal favorite Ernest film. Oh, that film's so good. I'm going to have to make this a two-parter, guys. Sorry about how long this video took. It's not even half... It's about halfway through. Still got a lot to go. Tell me in the comments below what you guys or girls think of this video so far, and what you think of this collection so far. And sorry about that interruption. Anyway, see you guys next time in the next video. God bless.